Tippy top of the morning to you, laddies. It's me, Jacksepticeye. With the happy gas here at last, the summer update is in full swing. But it does all begin to beg the question, what else in the world could be coming to the game next? Prepare yourselves. Over the course of the next however many minutes it is, a rush of pure adrenaline and, of course, updates that I believe could be inside of this summer update. For example, you kick it all with a little bit of controversy. Why don't we? The happy gas, you know, it's happy, it's gassy, but most importantly, it's flyy. Mojang has now done it. They've added a new way to fly around the overworld, which means the old way, well, this one's gonna throw us back. Taking us all the way back to a different experimental era of Minecraft, 1.18 Experimental Snapshot 7. Inside of the snapshot, the elytra would no longer take durability damage when gliding, the firework rocket boost was decreased, and the elytra would actually break when the item reaches 0 durability. Oh, elytra reaching 0 durability mean gone forever? God, please no, but elytra nerfs in general, I think they might be on the table at last. Now that there's actually another way, maybe now is the time that Mojang comes back around to the elytra updates. For now, jury's totally out on how these updates will actually be received though. For today's video, I've tried to rationalize every single update we're talking about. Like, as much as I want an end update, I don't know if there are any hints. What is your dream addition to the summer drop? Tell me all about it down below. Smack that like button in 2 words. Banner maps. Oh my gosh. In the year of 2025, how is it not on Bedrock Edition quite yet? As you know, with that fancy new locator bar making its way into the game inside of this update, it feels like right now is the time, if ever, to actually finally bring maps into parity. Now, bringing maps into parity is actually a slightly larger job than you might actually realize, because not only does Bedrock Edition need banner maps, but also Java Edition needs, like, blank, I don't even know what you call them, plain non-locator maps. Like, yeah, if you didn't know, I think it is on Bedrock Edition, you can literally just throw a piece of paper inside of the cartography table and make a blank map without any compass at all. This is big time useful, especially if you're the player that likes to make beautiful map walls inside of your world. With another update on the menu, seemingly all about exploration, this might be the moment. Oh man, so what the spring drop update did to the desert was beautiful, chef's kiss worthy at least one time over. Though the spring drop update definitely did give a little bit of love to the other biomes of the game like the forest with the leaf litter, the snowy biomes feel wholly and entirely neglected. Now the opportunities for things inside of the snowy biome, I mean, there are plenty, aka mob that never even stood a chance who were so wronged. But we've kind of talked about that one before, so instead here, what I really want to hone in on is maybe a little bit more ambiance around the overworld. The snowy biomes are a subgenre of biomes that I always come back to when I think about missing ambiance instead of Minecraft's overworld. Like with how sick and cool ice can be, I could almost imagine a crystally sound coming from this stuff, sort of like it does and I think it is Young's Better Cave mod. Also, just in general, maybe some frigid air blowing around when there is snow placed on top of a grass block and you have more snow adjacent. Ah, yes and no, don't even get me started about snow logging. Come on, man. Come on. Look at it. As soon as I mentioned snow logging, the penguin got so happy. You're not going to make me tell him it's not here, right? Happy gas. Because we don't have really too much to this new update right now, a lot hinges on this buddy. And oh my gosh, a lot hinging on that buddy? Not that that's really a problem. Oh, so think about the last time Minecraft added a structure and then realized that it's been almost a year since a new structure has been implemented to the game. Over a year, actually, if you want to talk about its initial debut in snapshots. We know how Minecraft likes to do updates. Usually they rotate things around. Say, if one update, say, implements maybe a brand new biome or wood type, then it's most likely that the next update probably won't do that. Oh my gosh, new structure, combine it with a flying mob, combine it with all of the empty space all over the overworld, and oh my god, could we be looking at it? Could maybe, at last, it finally be here? The sky update and structure update of all time. Now the sky structure, what it could be, it's anyone's guess. I mean, think about it, why did they actually add the happy gas into the game? Wait, what's that? Just to finally nerf the elytra? No, don't say that in my comment section, get out of here. Oh man, the idea of a sky structure coming to the game, maybe a structure that you need to say obtain the happy gas, or sure, maybe even the elytra late game, but just something up in the sky that you need to actually be able to fly over to properly be able to check out. Oh man, how this mod does it, implementing sky villages into the game, this thing is absolutely amazing. Honestly, this town is giving me a little bit of Pokemon Sapphire Pacific Log Town, or whatever you call it. But oh man, I can see it now. Me jumping on a Happy Gas, flying it all the way up to the top of the world, to parking it right next to the city, and, you know, just wandering around the city and maybe redeveloping it and living up here inside of the city forever. When it comes to things that I would love to see in this new update most, personally, this one might kind of top the list here. The sky has been empty for so long, it's a little bit less so already. Why not make it even more lesser so again already? Yeah. Leaf litter. As part of the spring drop update, I mean, the stuff is really cool, but it kind of feels like there could be more to it. Seasons. Around the turn of the year this year, we were talking all about them because inside of the game, there are actually many bits of things, including code, that points towards seasons coming eventually. Now, I ain't gonna lie, thematically here, thinking about what we have in the summer drop update already, this one is really hard to make fit into this update. The only sort of a connection, if you will, that I could make here is between the last drop and this current drop. Perhaps maybe the Spring to Life update implementing leaf litter and making all of those wonderful overworld changes was a little bit of a setup update for this update, the Big Kahuna. With leaf litter and falling leaf particles actually in the game now, maybe perhaps we could see that stuff generating on the ground in the forest instead of just like, you know, constantly being there. The winter season mechanic, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. All it is snow all around the full overworld. As long as we could get a way to stop snow from piling up on blocks, I mean, I don't see a problem with it. Spring, maybe it's a little bit more rainy and crops grow quickly. And then, of course, summer. It is the season we know and love and would be unchanged. I'm not sure if it would really happen in this update. It might be more likely for the next one. But no matter what, the whole season business, I think it needs a little bit more investigation. Oh, throwing it back to these Tigzimi Nenbon interviews. This happened a couple of months ago at this point, but ever since it did happen, I have not been able to get this off of my mind. This was so sketch, honestly. Tigzimi asked Nenbon what he would like to see added to the game next to the most, and then he gestured to the posters that already to begin with are so random and sus behind him. These are all features we've talked about quite a bit, but for years on years, over half of a decade for some of them, we have waited patiently for a bunch of warm biome updates to make it to the game. And wait a second, we are talking about the summer drop after all. Could Mojang link warm features to an update that drops at the warm time of the year? For starters, we've got the meerkat and all of the wonderful desert updates. Now, what specifically the meerkat could properly do, I'm not really too sure. But thinking about what Mojang didn't do in the last update, I mean, yeah, they updated a lot of mobs, but they have not added a new mob in a while. Palm trees on the beaches, maybe inside of the desert or the oasis sub-biome, coconuts too. Oh man, it's a brand new opportunity for a wood type, and again, I'm not going to say the whole video, but what didn't they do in the last update? I've always thought it was interesting, not a single proper building block, like a fully sided 8-cubed block inside of that update. Wait a second, do cubes have 6 sides? On theme with the theme of the sky update already, we've got the vulture inside of the Badlands biome. And maybe this guy flies around and picks up items, taking them way back up to the sky, sort of like the scavenger it is, or even better, it could lead you somewhere. Also, inside of the Badlands biome, we have a brand new type of cactus allegedly coming to the game, the prickly pear cactus. Tumbleweed is an update that makes way too much sense for the last update. I can't believe they didn't add this into the game. With all the new desert ambiance and Badland ambiance at that we got in the last drop, I'm surprised that we didn't get a brand new plant ambiance tumbling around inside of this biome. So I believe how Tumbleweed will end up working is basically, look at that thing, it's like a new plant that you'll be able to find growing, and maybe from time to time it just breaks off and basically uses entity block knowledge to tumble around inside of a biome for a little bit of time. Who knows, maybe the meerkats could even like chase the tumbleweed or something. That could be sick. Ah, yes, and then the one that I kind of talk about the least amount over here, but the Savannah update with the... That's not a baobab tree. Oh, man, imagine how fire this update would be if we got not one but 2 new wood types and a bunch of brand new birds in the game to kind of match the flying theme too. I think these things can fly short distances, right? Oh, but the idea of an ostrich, to me, I've always thought maybe this is a brand new mob that we could ride and ride really, really quick. I'm gonna look overall, all of these different warm update things, they could pile into one perfectly combined and matched up update. Even the happy gas coming from the warmest place inside of the world. Inside of the Savannah update, we'd also get termites, maybe a new way to automatically strip wood, and yeah, just all around, all of this stuff would be fire to see in the game. Look, ever since that moment that I saw Nenbon point to those posters and say he'd love to see these things come to the game, it's all felt so sus to me. He also made a comment saying the next 3 to 6 months would be real interesting. I guess maybe if not in this update, maybe in the summer it'll come to snapshots. Oh, and I nearly forgot to mention that when Jeb was asked about the lost mobs on Blue Sky, he was so sus too, saying, the team remembered. I guess I could make this whole video on literally just these lost mobs. Create branch new world screen. Tap more tap experiments. Minecarts. What in the world is going on with these things? Is this update a transport update? Because if it is, it's perfect. A game rule. Minecart max speed. We can raise this thing all the way up to values over 90,000. Well, not actually. I mean, look, I don't know if I can name a single person who actually doesn't like the minecart updates and thinks they need to change. And speaking of change, they haven't changed in such a long time. I was so surprised, honestly. I was so surprised, honestly, that the newest drop, the spring drop one, didn't implement these features. Only thing I could think of here is, well, maybe they're having trouble implementing them on Bedrock, or they really wanted to wait for the transport update. Either way, though, if we're talking about this update being a transportation update with the happy gas, it feels like minecarts and actually finally making these things be a little bit better, it would fit perfectly with this update. I mean, I guess who knows? Maybe they want to cover all bases of transportation. The sky is happy gas, ground is minecart, and, well, actually, there's another spot. Transportation. If we want to say that that is the loose theme of this next summer drop update, well, then we've got a giant area of transport that is completely lacking. The water, the ocean. I mean, think about it. It's a giant part of your world, but when it comes to traveling around the ocean, the closest thing to a new form of water transportation that we've received, well, that would have been the raft, or maybe even chestboat raft. If you're real fancy, luxurious over here, and yeah, that's the closest thing that we've got to new water transport in literally years. There are so many opportunities that we could have here. Maybe a new mod that you could grab onto the back of and swim around on really, really quick, or even just maybe more gear that will help you dive into the deepest depths of the ocean a little bit more safely. That one is really exciting to me. Imagine they take the idea of like the happy gas fly around the world and they make something that you kind of maybe almost get sucked up inside of to go under the water, like a submarine, except it's a mob. And then last but not least today, I want to circle back around to it. We kind of talked about it earlier with the structure, but maybe just a sky update in general. This sky update, in my eyes, I mean, it could be anything. Could be generation up in the sky. Maybe it's even more ways to travel around the sky. Could even be new clouds and forms of weather. That's kind of in the sky. I love these early parts in an update because right now, it almost feels like anything's on the table with this thing. And I mean, that's just a really exciting thought. What do you think could make it into Minecraft as part of the summer drop update? Tell me all about it down below. Smash like if you haven't, and subscribe for more videos. If you'd like to support me and the channel a little bit more directly, and in return get access to some cool extra content, well then tap the join button for a little bit more info, or check out the link down in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been me, Waddles. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.